Okay, let's talk about saunas and heat therapy, sweat sessions, all these longevity hacks. Look, unlike cold plunges, they haven't been attacked half as much, but they are still very widely misunderstood. So I just want to clear this up. Firstly, the big question, do saunas blunt muscle growth? No, not in the same way that cold plunges do. You'll need to watch that video. In fact, current body of research actually suggests saunas may support recovery through increased blood flow, increased circulation, relaxation of the nervous system. There's even emerging evidence suggesting potential benefits for cardiovascular health, endurance, overall recovery capacity. But we don't want to get carried away with that. You know, saunas don't build muscle. They don't replace training. They never will replace training. They just don't create the stimulus. You know, they support the system. They don't drive the adaptation. So what are saunas actually good for? Well, they promote relaxation and down regulation. They support recovery between your training sessions. They improve circulations. They can contribute to long-term cardiovascular health. And most importantly, they help shift your body into a parasympathetic state, so the rest and recovery side of your nervous system. And that's something a lot of people are actually lacking in their protocols. But here's where the problem starts. So people start treating saunas like they're doing something magical. Long sessions, daily use, stacking protocols, all while their training stays the same. So let's be clear, you cannot out-recover poor training. You cannot sauna your way to muscle. You cannot replace that progressive overload with sweat. Now, here's where saunas actually shine. Recovery and stress management. You know, if you're someone who is training hard, dealing with high stress, just struggling to switch off, saunas can be incredibly useful. You know, they create this forced pause, that drop in stress, you know, a physical and mental reset. And that's the real carryover into your sleep quality, your recovery, your overall performance. And there's actually also growing interest in sauna use for longevity, particularly from Nordic studies showing association with reduced cardiovascular risk, improved long-term health outcomes. But again, that's support work. It's not the main driver. So how should you use saunas? Well, it's quite simple really. After training, especially later on in the day, on your recovery days as a tool to down-regulate and relax, you don't need any extremes. You know, consistency always beats intensity here. So here's the reality. Saunas are a great addition to a well-structured program, but they're not the program. And this is the pattern we're seeing across the industry, unfortunately. People are majoring in the minors, and I always say that, but in a different context. So they're focusing on their recovery tools, optimization, those small percentage gains, while they're actually ignoring the big rocks, the training intensity, the progression, the nutrition, the sleep. Recovery supports adaptation. It doesn't replace it. Use the sauna, enjoy it, benefit from it. Just don't confuse feeling good with actually getting better, because at the end of the day, training is still what drives results.